Welcome back, Black lovers. Alright, and if you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. We got some good stuff going for this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've got my makeup done. I had went out earlier today, and so I'm gonna go ahead and build on that makeup look, okay? Just to make it more realistic. And you know it's gonna be an editorial when you see the editorial brows, the gold brows, okay? I call them the gold dip brows. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Mcgrath definitely dropped some, I already had some on. This is how it looks after a day of wear. She dropped some amazing products. As usual, she did not disappoint. Okay, her packaging is always on point. And I'm still horrible at filming, guys. Please, I'm working on it. Bear with me. Alright, and it's called the Astral. I believe this one's the pink Astral. Okay, so what I'm gonna get into today is, and again, I want to remind you guys, this channel is supposed to be, I know a lot of people are like scared to share their personal lives and whatnot, but I'm not. These are experiences that I want people to hear about, especially Black people, in particular young Black women. I want them to understand the experiences that I go through. I want to, I need them to understand that the experiences that we go through are not singular. We are not alone. It's a community, pretty much. So whatever you do go through, there's always an outlet for you. Creatively, artistically, and whatever you gotta do to promote yourself and get your creative outlet going the way you'd like it, then you gotta do it. And this is the way I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna jump in here. It took forever to open this box, but this is my first time buying a foundation from Auntie Pat. Okay, usually I just use her concealers, which were amazing so far. But this is Deep 5 in her, it says a setting foundation. Did not disappoint. Okay, so I'm gonna get into how I traveled while being broke. Pretty much how I traveled after graduating college, and I'm gonna tell you, my job saved my life during this whole COVID ordeal. Okay, being a dog caretaker and pretty much an elderly caretaker. That's what I was doing on and off during this time, and not working a full-time job and being able to live off of the amount that I've received from working these are jobs that get you like $200 to $500 each time you work with a person or the dog that you're taking care of, or the cat, you get lucky. But I don't know, I traveled during the brokest period of my life. There's no other way to say that. Oh, I also got these brushes from Morphe. I'm gonna pretend like I know how to use them, okay? But anyway, so what I ended up doing was, I think the first time I traveled was when I went to Italy in college, and that was on study abroad. Now, I want all the young people to know that if your school offers study abroad, which is not something all schools do, you need to take that opportunity. Sometimes studying abroad is cheaper than staying in state and doing your quarter or your semester in state. Imagine learning about business. Usually when you study abroad, for me at least, I couldn't pick classes that would help me knock out points for my major. So I saved it. I found out about study abroad in my junior year, and I saved it. I planned it for my senior year of college. And I really planned to go to China because my major was accounting, and they had accounting courses and all of that. But if I had went to China, I believe I would have been like kind of miserable because I would have had to actually pay attention in class and like study all day and night. So it was really a blessing that I ended up going to Florence. Honestly, because I got to take some, BS classes that I didn't really have to pay attention to. The classes were great, of course, full of great content, great things to study. It was all interesting. Not only that, but during the classes, we took field trips. People that were in the home ec class took a cooking field trip to some, food museum. I actually forgot where we went. Oh, but anyways, I was in the business class, so we went to the Ferrari museum. I was so happy. I'm a car girl. You do not understand. I'm a fast car girl. So when we went to the Ferrari museum, I was lit up the whole day. I did a whole photo shoot there. You guys make sure you follow me on the gram, Pushing Perks. You can go ahead and see the pictures there. So this is Pat Mcgrath. This is an under eye powder. This powder, I broke it without even using all of it. But it was, this powder is amazing. It sets amazing and it stays. Okay. Now the thing about Pat Mcgrath's, the way it sets on my skin, it looks more natural because my skin is naturally, I don't want to call it oily anymore. I think it just naturally sets dewy. So that's how it works. It's like a natural glow to me. And I like that, the dewy look. So with this powder, it blended in perfectly with that look. Okay, so then we're coming back. I was in Italy for 3 months. Had all types of experiences there. All types. Like, ladies, if you meet a man in the club, do not go home with him by any means. Do not. If you need to pull on a girl that you barely talk to from your class and tell her you need to go, you need to tell her you need to go. Don't let a man try to kidnap you in a different country. That stuff is not fun. It is not. Do not end up alone with a man in a different country. Okay? Especially if he's not even like from that country. He's from some other country and he's just out there chilling. Like high class criminal type stuff. But anyway, so I was blessed enough to get out of all that and make it home and still have a great quarter. Blessed enough to enjoy the rest of my quarter and pass all my classes and enjoy the people that I was taking the classes with, and even other people the locals that I've met. Italians are really lit, And so this happened right before COVID too, man. They're on lockdown now. It's crazy. I've been wanting to go back. So I graduated, and then my next trip was okay, so let me take a break from that. So right here I'm opening like it's Christmas. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. There we go. Good job, Giselle. So this has tea tree in it. This primer was so small, made me so mad, but it was so good, so refreshing to put on my face. And of course, I forgot to put primer on in the beginning like I always do, but that's okay. Here's the Supreme packaging from Auntie Pat. Sublime, my bad. Sublime, okay, Sublime packaging, okay. Okay, so you dab it on, you feel the refreshingness on your face, even through the makeup. And it still helps set the makeup when you put it on top. So, as long as you do it before highlighter, no harm done. So, I went to a lot of smaller trips, like Camarillo. Naturally, I'm an adventurous girl. So when I got my new car, and I was able to drive places, ooh-wee was I driving. I drove to Vegas, Camarillo. I started driving to Malibu. I started driving to Long Beach, Pacific Palisades, San Pedro, Huntington Beach. I mean, anywhere my little Hot Wheels could touch. Okay, and then finally I found the Turo app, which is another recommendation. So the thing is, I'm gonna have a separate video talking about all the ways I made money while still traveling. And pretty much there's no startup costs. Okay, so I put my car on Turo and I left it here in Los Angeles and I went to Hawaii. I flew to Hawaii and I made my little money off of people renting out my car here and there. And survived off of that. Paid my bills still. And then got a job where I didn't have to pay for a room because I barely had any money left over after paying bills, honestly. The insurance out here in LA it's no joke. So I'm in Hawaii. Pretty much what you need to do is, I got lucky because that was my first time learning about a hostel. First time. But it's very low cost. And it's like if you need a hotel room while you're on a vacation, it's nice and all, but you're not going to be in the room, or you shouldn't be in the room most of the day, especially for destination locations. Okay, pause. So this is, I don't know if you guys noticed the theme, but it's pretty much black owned brands or colored people owned brands. You know, like, I believe Suva is Indian. I'm not sure, but I'll have to look into that. But here is a Suva beauty palette. As soon as I saw this palette, the Hydra FX. This is one of the two. She has two different color variations or schemes. Oh man, I was so excited to get this palette. I am a raver girl, and this is my raver world. And here we are. We're going to use it. I believe I'm using the pink first, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do. And this bottle of water, it's just a bottle of water that you spray on your face. That's it, guys. That's all I'm going to describe that as. Okay, anyway, so we're in Hawaii and we're living it up only because the group of people that I ended up with surrounding me were all the adventurous type. And of course, when you're traveling, you're going to run into that. But when you're traveling and you go to a hostel, that's all you pretty much run into. So all these people are people traveling like me, low on budget. And I know this one white dude said something. I think was it Drew? Shout out to Drew Pismo. He said, yeah, we're all here because we all work for our own money. And I was like, oh wow, like, and he was like, yeah, we're not trust fund babies. And it's a sad truth, but it's a truth. So everybody there, when they would rent a car out, they would try to pack the car full of people and let everybody know, like, hey guys, let's go. I'm going here today. If you'd like to join me, this is an itinerary. Okay, if you'd like to see this place, that place, go hiking with me here. So that's how it worked out with everybody. And oh wow, it was gorgeous. I ended up, swimming with dolphins. I never recorded most of the things I did because, one, as you guys can tell, I'm not very good at recording myself. And two, Hawaii is a place you need a GoPro for. And my butt, knowing myself, I will drop my phone in the water even if I'm not even standing by water. Okay, so most of the time I left my phone at home. I went surfing, didn't even get pictures from that. This liner is gorgeous. I'm just enjoying it. It's popping already. Really wish I had a black light for this look. I'll probably invest in one soon for you guys, just so when I do my next look, it can really show the full effects. So it was popping in Hawaii. I ended up doing some side jobs because I was applying for jobs up there, but wasn't getting any like official work. So I ended up, selling food at one point, or helping someone else with their business selling. I was just blessed enough to be able to get opportunities. And even when I didn't have any, I was blessed enough to get donations from people. Okay, so here I'm redoing my lips. I'm going to go ahead and blend out the line so it doesn't look as harsh for this look. Sometimes I keep it harsh. It depends on how grungy I want to be. So I'll go ahead and get into the finance tips. And I'll list the 5 apps that I use personally. Okay, so here I have Sweeties Money Mommy Lip Gloss. Okay, this came in a pack of 3. It's called Lip Platinum. It doesn't make my lip gloss list. Okay, and I'm reapplying Auntie Pat's pink astral lipstick as a base, as a glittery base to make the pink pop. It looks like a nude. It's very nice, gorgeous. But sorry, Sweetie. And this is black owned. What did I tell you guys? Sweetie is black, right? I don't know. Anyway, so she's a POC, so close enough. So this lip gloss it dries out, even though it looks so juicy. It does dry out, and it gets those clusters in the corner. And here's Auntie's Pat highlighter palette, the trio with the blush and the bronzer. This is what I use to actually sculpt my face. Go Auntie Pat. Look at how well that blends in. Every time. So what I would suggest is when you buy things, when you make huge purchases, make sure, and here's Auntie Pat Mothership palette, okay, that I'm using to help shade my eye makeup, kind of smoke it out a bit. So I suggest using Turo if you have a car that's younger than, you know, 2015 and you have to make payments on it. Even if you own the car, you bought it for 30K, 20K full out. If it's good, a good condition car, and it's working, and it might be a car that's in demand for the rental market, rent it out. You get at least $300 a week from doing that, depending on how many days you do it. Okay, number 2, I recommend doing some type of stock education, and included in the stock education tip is Forex. And unfortunately, Forex has a really bad name right now because of the MLM side. But if you learn on your own, I literally learned off of MLM and YouTube. Okay, I learned so fast off of YouTube that I actually was able to request a refund from the MLM. So that's how, I mean, I am an accounting major, not to brag, but I'm saying that anybody who understands stocks, and even if you don't, you really need to, but who understands the basics of reading a stocks graph, Forex is for you. Okay, so this is another black owned brand, Danessa Myricks Magic. This is like, it makes it look like a glossy look, like that lip gloss look, a glass look, pretty much. Okay, pay attention now, because these recommendations aren't for the faint-hearted. The third one would be Society 6. Okay, society6.com. And this is a website that all artists should really look into, especially if you're into digital art or you know how to digitize your art. And if you do not, learn how to digitize your art and make money off of it. You can upload your art for free and sell products with your artwork on it. Okay, Amazon FBA is the fourth way. And the fifth way is ClickLink, which is also another recommendation, another way of recommending YouTube. Okay, so if you guys want me to go into details about all the ways that you can make money online, up to $1,000 a day from home, from your hand phone, the conveniency of your own cell phone, let me know. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and comment. Let me know if you want the full video. I'll show you how to set everything up and the apps, how to make sure you get full profit. Okay, and here's the final look.